World Cup, hosted by France. That's right, the original World Cup champions of 1930 have been selected by the PES officials to be the host of the 1938 World Cup. And welcome to the 1938 World Cup preview. The world is really tension-filled and on the brink of all-out war. But still, we have a football tournament in France to enjoy. Before we dive into the bracket, we have a lot to unpack here. Like I said, the world is pretty much on the brink of tension, but we are going ahead with the 1938 World Cup, hosted by France. The final will eventually be played in Stade Olympique de Colombe. Stade Olympique de Colombe. In Paris. Well, once again, quite a lot to unpack. There was qualifying, but many teams withdrew before qualifying even started, and we have to go through that list. Because as a result, we only have one South American participant, while there is 13 from Europe. The European Heavy World Cup. Uruguay, Argentina, United States, and Mexico refused to enter this World Cup pretty much because of the decision to hold another European tournament hosted in Europe. Those 4 teams, Uruguay, Argentina, United States, and Mexico, they withdrew. Unfortunately, 1934 World Cup champions Spain are going through a civil war. Therefore, they have opted not to participate because of the crisis in their own country. As I said, only 3 non-European teams have qualified. They are Brazil. Leonidas the Rubber Man is back, looking to lead Brazil to glory. But also we have 2 debutantes. They are Cuba. Yes, that's right, Cuba have qualified. And amazingly, the Dutch East Indies, some known as Indonesia, have also qualified, and we are the lone Asian participant. We must address, as we said, the world is in tension mode right now. Sadly, for sporting reasons, Austria, the talented Austrian squad, qualified for this tournament. But unfortunately for that, Austria was annexed on March 13th of 1938 by Germany. And therefore, there is no Austrian participant in the World Cup. They had to withdraw their spot going. spot going to the reigning world champion Yugoslavia. Did not have to qualify because of the annexation. They got their spot automatically as the table. So that was all that we had to unpack. And now the qualifiers and the brackets. It's another 16-team knockout tournament, all over one leg. So we must go over the bracket here. We start at the top left quadrant, where you will notice right away, as a seeded team, Yugoslavia, once again, they got an automatic spot as defending champions due to the annexation of Austria. Yugoslavia are back. They are ready to defend their crown as world champions. What a difference a world championship makes. In that they were known as the team with talent that was oh so woefully underperforming. They enter France as world champions. They will be taking on, and we do apologize here, we could not find a specified graphic, so we're using something as closely that resembles as possible. So while it says Tunis, please note here that Yugoslavia did not get a kind first round draw. In fact, they are being drawn against lucky Switzerland, the semi-finalists in 1934, who did not qualify for last year for the tournament in Germany. For now, back in the World Cup, the likes of the brothers of Eglin, Max and Andre, Leopold Kielholz, Bickel, I think it's Frank Bickel, if I'm not mistaken. It is a talented Switzerland squad, quite simply unseated because they did not qualify for the World Cup 2 years ago. So I'm telling you, they have a talented squad. Alfred Bickel. They have a talented squad. The draw was not kind to the reigning champions Yugoslavia. They will be under the gun. On the bottom part of the left quadrant, Romania are back. That's right. The team that made the dream run to the semifinal out of nowhere in 1930, Uruguay is back in the World Cup. Not necessarily an unknown quantity. They have the wonderfully talented Julio Bodola. Julio Bodola. His nickname is the Deucel Doo-Deuce. Don't know what that means, but he's especially known as the Deucel Doo-Deuce. He is a starman for Venus and Bucharesti. He is not to be taken lightly. That is Julio Bodola. They also have the wonderfully talented Stefan Gobe. Ripenza Isuara star. And then, of course, the man who became a household name in the 1930 World Cup, Nikolai Kovacs, is back for his team, now at the age of 26. So, Romania unseated because they've been gone from the world scene for so long. They have drawn the German squad full of talent, seeded once again. They have a wonderful defense. They have Ernst Lehner. We know all about Ernst Lehner. Otto Stifling, Fritz Zeppan are the three key men for Germany. I'll tell you what, that top left part of the quadrant, all European. I'm telling you, all four of those teams can make this final. Yugoslavia returned all the talent 2 years ago. Switzerland have the brothers of England, Bickel and Kielholz. Romania with Gobe and Kovacs and wonderfully talented nickname Kadusel Noodles. Known as his full name is Julio Bodola. And you have Germany with Lehner, with the other players we mentioned. That is a unbelievable top left part of the bracket. Well, they are paired with the bottom left part of the bracket. We've already mentioned them. The seeded Brazil. They're back. They bring everybody back. They bring everybody back with them. And all eyes are on the rubberman Leonidas. Neginho was also a joint top scorer 2 years ago. But everybody is talking about the talented Leonidas. He had a good World Cup. A bit wasteful at times 2 years ago. But Brazil are back. In getting a tough draw, some people think it's unfair that they were unseeded. It's just how the Speed Pets officials drew it up. That team that really caught the eye of people 2 years ago. They didn't make the semifinal, but they really wowed a lot of people. It's Norway, and once again, led by the talented players, Arne Brustad, author of the wonderful solo goal against the United States in the round of 16 2 years ago, and Reidar Kvanen, who is so talented. Really, a lot of people are waiting for him to arrive on the international scene. Paired in their quadrant are the Lady from Cuba, an absolute unknown quantity. There's waves about a player named Hector Socorro, but that's all we know about Cuba. They are paired with a seeded team, who've made the semifinal of the World Cup. They're looking for glory now. Once again, they may have gotten a kind draw against Cuba, but they're going to play either Brazil or Norway, and that will not be easy. But it's the oh-so-talented Hungary squad, led once again by the likes of Laszlo Shea, Vilmos Kohut, Georgi Sarosi, Paul Titkos, Geza Toldi, Josef Pine, and Josef Pince, and Gyula Zengeler. It is absolutely a phenomenally stacked Hungary squad. Perhaps in the grand scheme of things, perhaps even more so than Yugoslavia, they are favored to go to the World Cup final by the bookies. But of course, they are on a difficult side of the bracket. We now go to the top right part of the quadrant. The top right quadrant of the bracket. The debutants are the Dutch East Indies. An absolute unknown quantity. More so than Cuba. We only know really about one player. That is Tan Hong Yen. Rumored to be scouted by the likes of Santos in Barcelona. Tan Hong Yen. They are paired with a plucky Czechoslovakian team who have a seed. Talented players include Jaroslav Dušek, Josef Koštělek, another midfielder. Their main scoring threat, one of their main scoring threats, Ondřich Jedny. Rumored to already be one of Czechoslovakia's finest players. Antonin Kuch, another extremely talented player. And then a full supporting cast. They're talented with the Jedny Kuch. Koštělek, you never know. They are paired in the top right quadrant with Italy, who have Giovanni Ferrari, Giuseppe Meazza, Silvio Piola. With those three, and Hugo Locatelli, the sky is the limit. Don't forget about Pietro Ferraris. They are paired with Belgium, back in the World Cup for the first time since 1930. Some of Belgium's players to keep an eye on are the talented Raymond Brenet, playing for Beerschot BAC. Raymond Brenet, very good player. He will not be taken lightly. Also, Jean Capellet, another talented player. And finally, the man who is a veteran of the 1930 World Cup, Bernard Borhu. Another very good player. It's not going to be easy for Italy. Rene, Capellet, Borhu. That one could be more of a coin toss than one could expect. And then finally, in the lower right-hand part of the quadrant, you have Poland paired with Sweden. What a game! Those of you who may remember, go check out the game. Poland played an absolute instant classic. A 3-0 draw that went to penalty shootout against Brazil in the round of 16. Probably should have won that game. All eyes are on two players. First, Ezi Vilimovsky, as well as Gerhard Rodart. They are paired with the team that fell at the final hurdle 2 years ago Sweden. We all know about them by now. Semi-finalists in 1934. Runners-up in 1936. Can they take the final step in 1938? Once again, we're going to see the likes of Lee Hansen, Sven Jonassen, Tore Keller, and Eric Persson, and Westerstrom. Look at the hosts. They are put in the ultimate bottom right part of the right-hand quadrant. They will play the Netherlands in the opening game, and the hosts did not get a kind draw. The Netherlands won't be an easy team to beat, but the French are favored. The French have the likes of Alfred Eston, Edmund Delfour, the 1930 World Cup champions, 1934 semi-finalists, Edmund Delfour, once again in a World Cup final, Oscar Hesserer, put him lightly, and yet Mettler's a wonderful defender. Jean Nicolas, and that man, Emile Vignante, is a French team that can go the distance. They've done it before. They can do it again. They're looking forward to reclaim the World Championship. To do that, they're going to have to get by either Poland or Sweden if they get by the Netherlands. Made a decent run, made a decent account for themselves in 1934. They're back, and they have a wonderful 34-year-old Marshall in the midfield, Wim Andersen. Another player to keep an eye on, who is in midfield, Marshall, known for their rugged midfield, Bas Howie. Kip Schmidt is a very good goal scorer, the HFC Harlem man. There's that man, another midfield brute, Huck Van Heel. I mean, this is a team that has stalwarts all across the midfield. And then they're going to look to the likes of Lee Fente, known for his wacky haircut. Look that up yourself. And Frank Weld. To get the goals. It's a Dutch team who's going to have a midfield rock that won't be easy for the French to break down, but the French are still favored. So, that is your 1938 World Cup bracket. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. We're going to end it here. First game will be defending champions. What a way to start! Defending champions Yugoslavia versus 1934 semi-finalist Switzerland. What more do you want in an opening game of the World Cup? We will bring you that game in due time. Thank you very much for the 1938 World Cup preview. I mean, unbelievable. Unbelievable talent across the board. The sport is full of talented players. We will see you in France. Ready to see. Will. Fortunately, again, Spain could not qualify because of their ongoing civil war. Will the host French win their second ever World Cup? Will Yugoslavia defend their World Championship status? Will Hungary finally fulfill their potential? Can the rubberman Leonidas drag Brazil to the final? Will Italy realize their potential? Will Sweden take the final step and become world champions?